Vegan of Healing Foods. Today I want to talk about being a vegetarian or being vegan, and one of the challenges that I have with being vegan. And I think many people can relate to it, so I'll just talk about it. I've started this journey since March of this year. Of course, I was a vegan before many years ago back home in Jamaica, but I've restarted this journey since March of this year. And I've not made it very strict, but I've stuck to vegan and mainly raw food. One of the challenges that I have is basically with preparation. So combining this with a regular job and preparing food so that you know, all my perishables don't go to waste when I get them at the market. And so that's one of the main challenges, and that's why you see me today surrounded by so many bags. Today is my market day, and I just want to show you a method I use to effectively preserve food in my journey and during the week, so that it is effectively used up in such a way that nothing is spoiled or has to be thrown out. So these are all the bags. Everything, when you come home from the market in Holland, this is how you generally come home from the market. Lots of plastic bags, everything is in bags. And I'm just going to unpack that. That's the first step towards preparing for the week with my meals. So I'll just unpack that and then I'll come right back to you. So here we have everything all taken out. That's the first step to preparing stuff. As you can see, I have here lots of ripe banana from the market, and these are really overly ripened. I use them for my smoothie, and that's the first thing I really need to prepare. So I'm just going to show you how I prepare that to make sure that I have this. This can serve for like 2.5 weeks even. So I bought quite a lot this time. And so to make sure that this does not go rotten, I put them in the freezer. But before I put them in the freezer, I'll show you what I do to prepare them before I put them in the freezer. Next thing I have here is cucumber, lots of fruits, grapefruits. Of course, I don't need to do anything with that because grapefruit we just eat like that. So for the fruits, certain fruits, grapefruit, peaches, and kiwi, I don't need to do anything special with those. So those I leave. Mangoes and grapes, I don't do anything with that. I just leave them like that, and then we have them during the week just like that. But here I have some nuts. So this is almond, and this one, what I do is I take a cup just now and put that in a container and put some water on it to soak it overnight, so that I am sure that in 1 or 2 days I have almond milk to make my smoothies. Let's just go to the green here. Here I have parsley. Parsley, I don't really do anything with it, but I store that really well to ensure that it's kept fresh. This is scallion or green onion for some people, and that I also store just like the parsley to make sure that it's kept fresh. I also use it in salads, so I will also prepare that with some of the salads that I'll be preparing. This is pak choy or bak choy, and I will show you how I prepare that as well. This is a romaine lettuce, and this is spinach. So these I definitely have to prepare to make sure that they don't go bad. This is callaloo. In Jamaica we call this callaloo. Here I think it's called amaranth, but yeah, just call it Jamaican spinach for short. So this I also need to prepare, and this takes the longest to prepare. And I have coconut. I do make coconut milk sometimes for smoothies or for other type of dishes, and this I have to prepare as well. So this is going to take a while to prepare, but I'll show you how I do that. So let's start with the bananas. Okay, so here we are with the bananas. We're going to first start with prepping the bananas for smoothies. I almost only use bananas for smoothies, or just eat them like that. And I tend not to eat them like that. I use them for smoothies. So we're going to prep them for smoothies. What we need is some bags that we can put in the freezer. So I'll open a couple bags here, and just to give you an idea of what I do. And you need a knife and the bananas, and that's all. Quite easy to do. I'll do the first one, and then I'll just show you again when it's finished. There's no need going through all of them because it's the same procedure for all if I do the first one. What I tend to do is depend on the size of the bananas, I tend to use 4 bananas per bag. So for these sizes, 4 bananas per bag. And that would make smoothies 2 glasses of smoothies each per person. Okay. Peel the bananas. I think everybody knows how to do this. Keep it in the skin. And then I'll just slice them in. I make thin slices, never too thick, because if it's frozen then the blender cannot cut it. So always make thin slices. That's my trick. And then you can always blend it frozen. Or maybe you have such a powerful industrial blender that it can blend even stone, then of course it doesn't matter what you do with this then. Just go ahead. So that's 1 in the bag. And this is the second one. Make sure you make thin slices. If you notice, I have a cloth here on the table just in case it falls. And then I'll continue. And so here I am down to my last banana. Slice this thinly. And then I'll put them all at the same time in the freezer. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 8 bags of banana. That's good. So this can serve me approximately 2 weeks, because I don't do smoothies every day. Okay, so now that they're finished, I'll take them, put them in the freezer. Now that we're finished with the banana, I'm just going to show you how I prepare almond milk. And in addition, I also want to show you how I prepare chickpeas. I tend to soak some, today I have no feeling for chickpeas. I already made a raw curry chickpeas hummus, but maybe in about 3 or 4 days I might need that again. So you know what? I tend to put some in water from now. So I put about 2 cups in water. Submerge that, and I'll do the same for the almond milk. And voila, finished. I'll leave this in water for about 2 to 3 days. Could be 4 days, 5 days. Always change the water. Keep it in the fridge. Always change the water. You can change water also 2 times per day, and wash them and make sure that they're kept cool, so in the refrigerator. And the same thing goes for the almond. And whenever I'm ready to prepare anything, whether it's almond milk or hummus, I can just go ahead and use them easily. For the almond milk, I can take some of the almond to prepare a small amount of milk and leave the rest in water. Of course, change the water again. and that's it. So I'll just move on with the other preparation. So I'll start with the vegetables, I think. Hi, so these are the green leafy vegetables. I'm going to prepare one set in this bowl and another set in this bowl because I really want two sets of salads. And I'll just show you how they look when it's finished and tell you what's in each, and also show you how I store them. So see you when it's finished. Here I have the two different types of salad, mixed salad. So I've cut everything, placed them in two different bowls. This one has pak choy, spring onions or scallions, red cabbage, white cabbage, cucumber, and courgette. Okay, and I've used these bags to put that in. So these are closable bags. And here I have it. Put some in this one, and I'm going to store that in the fridge. And for this one, I have spinach. It's sort of like a Suriname spinach with these broad leaves spinach. I have romaine lettuce, courgette, cucumber as well, red cabbage, and yeah, and that's it really. I don't have spring onion in this one. For this one, I will make a Asian dressing, and for this one, I'll make a regular dressing with lemon juice. So I've also stored it in the bag. It's about 2 servings, so for 2 people. And I'll store these in the refrigerator. I'm going to go ahead and just fill these bags as well, and get rid of these. Put them in the fridge. Before we go, I want to explain that you can also use this for quinoa salad. If you make a quinoa salad, you can pop one out of the fridge and just throw that in and put your dressing on it, and voila, it's finished. You can add tomatoes and avocado later, not now, I add them later. So these, you just store them like this, and I think we'll get about 6 portions, 6 servings from this and 6 from this. That's 12 servings. That will serve us for about 6 to about 5 days, 5 to 6 days, and then it will be finished. I don't recommend you keep them any longer in the fridge, so 5 to 6 days. And now I'm going to show you how I prep the coconut for coconut milk. So these coconut, they are open. I have them open them at the market just to make sure that they are good, because if they weren't, then I'd give them back. I wouldn't buy them. So it's best when you buy coconut, let them open them at the market, so that you know that it's not rancid inside. Very important. Okay. What I do is I fold the coconut in a cloth like this, and I make something like this. So something that looks like that you can hit someone with, but you're not going to hit someone with it. You're going to bang it on the ground. Two times is enough, and then it's all broken up in pieces. Okay, and what you want to do is, these pieces, you can put a knife just in between, make sure your fingers are not in the way, and just gently take them out. And that's the coconut, and this is the shell. Okay, just gently put the knife in between the crevice and just lift it out, and there it is, quite easily. Coconut is all out. All out. And the shell is here. So I'll show you how to do one. And it's not yet finished. What you want to do is you want to wash this. I'll just wash this real quickly. This is washed. And the next thing, now that you prepare it for coconut milk, you want to cut them into pieces, small pieces, because you're going to blend them. And there it is. So this is a coconut, it's finished. And that's how it looks when it's finished. So what I usually do is I store these in bags in the refrigerator as well. And then I just pop a bag out, put that in the blender, put some water in, blend it, and make some coconut milk. I'll show you in a minute how I do that. So I'll get the blender and I'll make some coconut milk. In this video, I want to show you how I make coconut milk. So the coconut that I just prepared, I put that in the blender. It's about one coconut. Some water in. I'll add some more water. And make sure you have a sieve. And then I'll just blend that. Finish. One thing I didn't mention was that when you do coconut with milk, the water should be lukewarm so that the fat does not coagulate and the fat goes in the milk. So the water is lukewarm. Just press that out. And then that is coconut milk. Just put that in a container. You can see it better. Coconut milk. I'll be honest with you, I've been preparing all these vegetables and everything from the market. Only thing I want to do now is just sit down and have these fruits all by myself. Just enjoy these fruits for dinner. I'll start with the grapefruit. This is good. Sometimes I ask myself, why don't people like grapefruit? Is it possible to not like grapefruit? It's such a good fruit. Amazing. Wow. Very sexy.